Hello everyone. A very good morning to all the students present here with us in the meet in this international virtual cultural exchange. And a very good night to all the students from India. I welcome you all in this Invice 2020, the International Virtual Cultural Exchange. We are having two schools with us. From USA, we have Aurora West College Preparatory Academy from Aurora, Colorado. And from India, we have Kendriya Vidyalaya Janakpuri, New Delhi. I welcome Miss Emily Hadfield, who is a brilliant teacher of culturally and linguistically diverse educator. Dear students, this is the map of India. This is how India looks on the world map. We have different states and union territories. You can see all of them here. It is surrounded by the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Sea. India is the second most populous country. You know that. And here you can see some of the states colored all together with some flags of other countries, which shows that those portions have the population equals to those countries. You can see the flag of the United States also. Every country, every state in India resembles in terms of population to a country. The second most populous country is India, you know that. Now, here, dear students, is the US and India on the map of the world. If I want to travel from New Delhi to New York, it will probably take 15 or 30 minutes minimum with a direct flight. And usually the direct flights were not available some years before. Then we used to take at least 2 to 3 days by air and 21 to 26 days by sea. Now, let me introduce you to the school, my school. This is the front gate, the entrance of our school called as Kendriya Vidyalaya Janakpuri. You can see it is bilingual because in India, we have our primary language as the Hindi. All of us speak Hindi language and English as well whenever needed, as we are doing it right now. So Kendriya Vidyalaya Janakpuri is the school name in the capital of India, New Delhi. You must be wondering, what does this name actually means? Before I explain you that, let me introduce you to the 4 main areas. The first one is the stage. This is the stage where the morning assembly actually happens from this stage. The playground, the swimming pool, the library. All 4 of the places where students spend most of their time. Now, let me introduce you to the name. The name Kendriya Vidyalaya Janakpuri actually is originated from the Sanskrit words, where Kendriya means central or federal, referring to the government. We call the federal government as central government. Vidyalaya actually means school. And Janakpuri is the name of the place in New Delhi where the school is situated. Now, about me, I am Vinay Kumar, the postgraduate teacher of chemistry, and I teach chemistry to my high school students of grade 11th and 12th. Now, let me introduce you to the students who are presenting today in this International Virtual Cultural Exchange. I would request the students to turn on their camera and introduce themselves. Here are our coordinators, Vivek Kumar and Rohit Yadav. Vivek and Rohit, can you please introduce yourself? These are the seniors from grade 12th.
Hello everyone. My name is Vivek. Go ahead, Rohit.
Hello, myself Rohit Yadav. I am from senior most class.
Hello
Thank you, Vivek
everyone.
and
My
Rohit.
name is Vivek Kumar from 12th grade.
Thank you, Vivek. Now, let me introduce you to another seniors of grade 12th, Nakshatra Sharma and Simarjeet, who would be presenting the educational system topic.
Hello friends, my name is Nakshatra.
Hey guys, I'm Simarjeet.
Thank you. Let me introduce you to seniors of grade 12th, Kanishka Pandey and Ranjita Kaur, who would be presenting changes observed in educational system during COVID.
Hi everyone, my name is Kanishka.
Ranjita, are you there? Okay.
Hi everyone, Ranjita Kaur there.
Thank you. Now we have two juniors with us from grade 11th, Jayant Kumar and Aditya Sai, who will be presenting on festivals and foods.
Hey everyone, I'm Jen.
Hello everyone, I am Aditya Sai.
Thank you, Aditya and Jayant. We have the last two students, Jasmine and Simran, who would be presenting on famous monuments and arts in the country.
Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine.
Good evening, everyone. This is Simran.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, before I hand it over to Miss Emily for introduction of the beautiful school from USA, Colorado, let me share two videos which we have specially made for this occasion. First, let me show you one beautiful journey from our school to your school on this earth. This is a Google Earth video made by our coordinators. I hope you liked the video. And last but not the least, I would like to welcome you all in this virtual meet to Indian students to India. So I have a short video for you, welcoming you all.
Places beauty uncharted, joy unbounded, blessings freely granted, fun and fulfillment, living in the moment. You and I meet each other, caring for one another. Hey, look around, hear the sound playing for you. Welcome to India. Started. Welcome to India, the trip you always wanted. Jesus, Krishna, Durga, Nala, Buddha, Ramasta, divinity and soul of the spirit, a land where all worship. Find your freedom in this wisdom. Mind and body get started, fear and anger about it. Hey, look around, hear the sound playing for you. Welcome to India. Welcome to India.
So here, I hand it over to Miss Emily Hadfield.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Kumar, I have a quick question. I noticed that you had mentioned that only the person speaking would show like that.
Yes.
It doesn't work, but I see a lot of other screens, even while you're presenting. And so I just wanted to make sure that I was seeing things correctly or that things were set correctly the way you want it.
I will be keeping that in mind. Thank you.
All right, so let me pull up my presentation. Also, I recognized some of the names as your teacher was presenting you, and I think some of you guys wrote letters to my students as well. So unless there were multiple people with the same name, some of you guys wrote letters to my students. So I'd like to thank you for that. All right, excuse me. So I just have a quick introduction presentation just to tell you a little bit about our school, introduce you to my students, and tell you a bit about Colorado. So AWCPA in Aurora, Colorado. So our school is Aurora West College Preparatory Academy, which is a little bit of a mouthful. So in short, we call it AWCPA or just West. So a quick introduction of myself. My name is Miss Emily Hadfield. I am in English Language Development, a culturally and linguistically diverse educator at Aurora West College Preparatory Academy in Aurora, Colorado. Last year, I was a Fulbright English teaching assistant to Estonia, and I received my bachelor's degree in teaching English to speakers of other languages from James Madison University in Virginia, which is actually where I met Mr. Kumar 2 years ago. We took classes together and he visited our university for a semester. So that's how we got to know each other. First, I'd like to introduce my students. So you guys, I'm going to call your names one at a time, and then you guys can just unmute, turn on your videos, and say hello. So our first student is Tila Shi, 10th grade, and if she could eat the moon, she would like to try it. Thank you, Tila. My second student is Emily Castillo. She is in 10th grade, and her favorite food is tacos.
Hi, my name is Emily.
All right, then we have Jose Dominguez Quezada. He is also in 10th grade, and he likes to play nearly every sport.
Hey.
David, unfortunately, is not here yet. And then we also have Manuel Camacho Felix. He is in 10th grade, and his favorite food is taquitos al pastor.
Hi everyone.
And last but not least, we have Mukundi Mukundi. He is in 12th grade, and he loves photography.
Hi everyone.
All right, thank you guys for introducing yourselves. So I just wanted to give a little background about Aurora, Colorado. I just moved out here about 6 months ago because of job opportunities and because of the beautiful landscapes and just the various activities that everybody can participate in. So where city meets nature. This is actually Denver. So Aurora is East Denver metropolitan area. So these buildings you see are downtown Denver, which is right next door, and they are silhouetted against the Rocky Mountain Range. So I did a little map, so just so you can see the layout. Aurora, Colorado, you can see is where the blue dot is. It is right next to Denver. Denver is the capital of Colorado. And then Aurora is just east of it, so it's considered East Denver metro area. It's all urban sprawl, though I doubt it is as large or as busy as New Delhi. And then if you notice, the mountains are just a short drive away. We are right up against what's called the Front Range. And we have mountains that are 14,000 feet and higher. So in the background of this, you can see the Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. 374,000 approximately people live in Aurora, but almost 3 million people live in the Denver metro area. So Aurora, Denver, and all the small little metro areas surrounding it. And the elevation of Aurora is 5,403 feet or 1,646 meters. I absolutely felt this elevation when I first moved here. When I was going on walks outside, I would find myself gasping for breath, but I'm doing much better now. And I just wanted to show you the diverse landscapes of Colorado. In my opinion, Colorado is one of the most beautiful states in the country. We have everything from mountains, mountain lakes, evergreens. to cityscapes, and to plains. And as you could see from the last slide, we also have the biggest sand dunes in North America. Yeah, we have mountains, cities, plains. It's incredibly diverse and it is incredibly beautiful. So our school is called Aurora West College Preparatory Academy. It is a school that is designed to prepare students for life beyond high school. So to go to community colleges, to go to technical schools, to go to four-year universities, to basically continue their education after high school. And Aurora West College Preparatory Academy boasts a 100% graduation rate. So by the numbers, we have approximately 1,100 students, grades 6 to 12. And we have around 55 teachers across 10 disciplines. So the demographics of the school, Aurora West, is incredibly diverse. Nearly 3/4 of the student body are multilingual learners. 70% of the students are Hispanic, 13% are Asian, 11% are Black, and 5% are white. So as you can see, we have a very diverse and beautiful student body. And some of examples of the languages that are spoken in the school, Spanish, Karen, Swahili, French, Sango, Nepali, Burmese, Arabic, Dari, and more. So all of my students who are presenting today are multilingual learners. So most of them speak 2, 3, 4, or sometimes 5 languages, which is pretty incredible. And that is it for my presentation. So I will turn it back over to Mr. Kumar to begin his presentations.
Thank you so much, Miss Emily. So here we start our cultural exchange, and the 4 topics are: first will be the educational system in the country, the second will be changes observed in education system during COVID, the third will be festivals and foods, and the fourth will be famous monuments and arts in the country. To begin with, let us move to our first topic, the educational system in the country. To start, I would like to invite the Indian students to present this topic. Are you ready, guys?
Yes, sir.
So I hand it over to you.
Is my screen is visible?
Yes, Nakshatra.
Okay. Hello and namaste to everyone. I am Nakshatra Sharma.
And I am Samarjeet Kaur.
We are here to introduce you our education system in India.
As you can see in the slide, that we have 3 phases of Indian education system. First phase is Asian education, second phase is current education, and the third phase will be the new education policy, which is going to be launched soon.
First of all, we will introduce you our ancient education system. Now, take a glimpse towards the pictures. As you can see, an old man sitting above was known as, that is, teacher, and the student sitting on the ground was known as Shishya.
Moving on, the life of students and teachers in the ancient time was very unique. Students used to live with teacher in a house called ashram. In the ashram, students used to cook food by themselves and live with their teachers. And the amazing fact about Asian education was that the students used to live in ashram with teachers until their education was completed.
The main subjects they were taught were ritualistic knowledge, astrology, astronomy, politics, Puran, history, Shastra, logic, Beside these studies, the gurus or teachers were also taught archery, yoga, Sahaj yoga, etc. After the period of study, the student had to pay fee to teacher as the honor of respect and thanks known as Guru Dakshina.
After the introduction of ancient education, let us move to the current education system of India. So, the school uniform of our school, as you can see in the slide, junior student wear a shirt and a pant. Usually, a boy wears a shirt and a pant, as you can see. And middle class student from class 6, from grade 6 to 8, girls wear a shirt and a skirt, and a boy wear a shirt and a pant under it. And senior boys and girls, like 11th and 12th grade student, wears a long top. We are also wearing a long top. Girls wear a long top, and a boy wear a shirt and a pant. Now, talking about the education system of India, the school system in India has 10 plus 2 schemes of education. After a child enters kindergarten at the age of 4, he will finish his 2 years of schooling, which is known as pre-primary school. Now, talking about 10 plus 2 scheme. A child after the pre-primary school enters in the primary school at the age of 6 and completes the primary education at the age of 10. Now, the child enters in the middle or secondary school at the age of 11 and complete the secondary education at the age of 15 years. And here, a student completes his first 10 years of schooling. The next 2 years of education for 16 to 17-year-old students is completed in senior secondary school. After the 12th year of education in school, a child enters in a college for his 3 years of bachelor degree. And here are some pictures of the student studying in the different levels of the school.
Students throughout the country have to learn 3 languages, namely English, Hindi, and their mother tongue. Let's heading towards the middle school subjects. The main subjects are English, Hindi, mathematics, social studies, science, and an additional language like Sanskrit, German, French, etc. There are also additional subjects like music, information technology, and library and computer. Students in senior secondary school have 3 options for their further studies. First is science, and its main subjects are biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, and computer science. Second is commerce, and its main subjects are accountancy, business studies, mathematics, and economics. Third is humanities, and its main subjects are history, geography, political science, and sociology.
Now, talking about extracurriculum activity, beside learning and study, students also do yoga and sports to maintain their physical strength.
Let us introduce you our interesting new education policy for future that will be launched in 2022 or 2023. In 2022, the curricular structure of school education will undergo through change to meet the development needs and interests of student children. It will replace the 10 plus 2 structure of school with 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 curricular structure.
Now, talking about the 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 educational structure, it will include a foundational school of 5 years for 3 to 7-year-old students. For another 3 years, students of age group 8 to 10 will attend the preparatory school. And after the preparatory school, there will be 3 years of education for 11 to 13-year-old students in the middle school. The next 4 years of education for 14 to 17-year-old students will be completed in the secondary school. And after the 15 total years of schooling, The child enters to a college for another 3 years to complete his bachelor's degree.
In foundational and preparatory school, students will not have any burden as compared to current education system. Student will study in the local and mother language, which will easy to understand. There will be interesting subjects, sports, mind activities, music and yoga for physical and mental fitness. In middle school subjects, there will be English, Hindi, mathematics, social studies, science, additional language like Sanskrit, German, French, etc., with additional subjects as old one. In secondary school, there will be no stream system. Students could choose whatever he want to study. There will be Hindi and English languages of subject, physical education as additional subject, sports, yoga, music for physical and mental health, and some interesting subjects like arts, geography, different languages, etc.
And here are some pictures of different curriculum activities and competitions. Children participate in other activities, as you can see in the pictures. And now here's a small video to show some activities of our schools.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
And here are some pictures.
चक्की चल रही कभी न बैठा रोई दोनों गुड़ के बीच में तो सादा निकले जो कोई.
Hope you guys liked the video.
Unique facts. OMG, this is my India. India has 28 states and 8 union territories. Every state has its own language and culture. India has a population of 135.26 crore. There are 22 major languages in India, written in 13 different scripts, with over 720 dialects. The official Indian language are Hindi, with approximately 420 million speakers, and English, which is also widely spoken. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hope you guys like that presentation.
Thank you so much, Nakshatra. Now, I would like to ask all the American students and Miss Emily if they have any question, which they would like to ask. Do they have any question?
I'd like to encourage my students to ask any questions you have or any comments that you have. Tila's posted something in the chat.
If you have any questions, the students would answer. If you don't have any questions, then I'll hand it over to Miss Emily, and then it will be the turn of American students to show the beautiful presentation.
So Tila, would you unmute and share your question out loud?
I want to know what grade level are you guys in? And in your school, do you guys have all kind of grade level?
Okay. So, Nakshatra, did you hear and understood the question? Did you understand the question? Or do we need to repeat it?
Please, once again.
Okay. Miss Emily?
Yes, it was how many grades do you have in your school altogether, and then what grades are you two in?
We have 12 grades in our school, in all over India. We have 12 grades and we are from senior most grade, that is 12th.
Okay, I got it. Let me make it a bit clear. Because in US, you have separate elementary school, separate middle school, and separate high school. In India, in the federal school system, as well as in the majority school system, we don't have separate elementary, middle school, or the high school. We have one single school. The buildings of elementary school is separate, but it is a single school having all the grades from 1st to 12. That is all the elementary, middle, and high school. Our high school is 11th and 12th grade. Currently, it will be 9th to 12th in future in the new education system. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I didn't realize that you're all together in one
giant structure of the school.
One giant complex. Thank you for answering.
So I would like to hand it over to you, Miss Emily. Thank you.
All right. So our first presenter that we will have will be Manuel Camacho, because David is not here. So Manuel, you will go first. And then I will let you present your screen and go ahead and do your presentation.
So, my topic is changes observed during COVID-19 in education systems in Colorado, USA. So I will introduce myself. My name is Manuel Camacho. I live in Colorado. So, and this is the school picture. So I am 15 years old. I am in 9th grade. No, yeah, 10th grade. I'm sorry. I go to Aurora West. I born in Mexico. Then, like 5 years ago, I came to here. So Colorado has a weird weather, so you can have snow, clouds, and sun in the same day. So it's weird. So I'm gonna start with my presentation. Before the pandemic, so we do the normal things. We go to the school Monday to Friday, 8 hours every day. That's like the normal thing here. We can play sports outside. with a lot of people together, and we didn't have to use face masks. Yeah, we can play sports, and we can go to the restaurants sometimes in the weekend. They were full because there was no pandemic, so the people go in there, and there was too many people inside. So sometimes they have to wait outside to wait to wait for the people who was still eating. And the pandemic affect the job, so everyone have the job at that time. When the pandemic started, I don't know what happened to the people, but they start getting crazy. They thought that was the end of the world. They say, "Oh, the let's go buy toilet paper and water," and they finish it all, almost all. They just let the people buy one pack of water bottles, and at the same time, the people was laughing at the corona, and they thought it was not real, so they didn't care too much, and they were making memes about it. And there was, at the time, there was no infected people at the state. Right now, people don't care anymore. They still making memes. The infected people is still increasing, and we already have the vaccine, but we are not getting it. The doctors are gonna take it first. That's all for my presentation. Thanks for listening. Any question?
If anyone has any questions for Manuel, please go ahead and ask them.
If anyone have any questions, please do ask.
I would like to ask, as you mentioned in the presentation that everyone has used to have a job, so I would like to know if every student used to do some jobs as well, or is there only adults, or like student also work to earn money at that time?
So not everyone work at that time. I do, and it doesn't affect me a lot until like right now, because I work like at the restaurants, so they were closing, and yes, it affect a lot of new people.
Okay, that's new to know. Thank you.
Yes, and I'll add to that a little bit. Yes, so most adults, almost all adults work, obviously, and then many students also work jobs after school to earn money to help their families or to earn money for themselves. It's very common here for students to work. And yes, Tila was right. You did wonderful, Camacho.
And I would like to appreciate Michelo. He was so genuine and so good while explaining everything that I was spellbound to hear everything. You did a great job, buddy. You were great. And thank you for being so good in telling all the things. And yes, it was new to my students. The question she asked about job, because here, like during the graduation or after the graduation, the students start jobs. So during schooling, mostly the students don't do the jobs. That's why it's a like different culture, you know. So that's why the student asked that. I hope you understand.
Yes, yeah, yeah. But mostly in here we all work.
Thank you. So Miss Emily, shall we move ahead to next?
Yes, I will turn it back over to you and your students.
Thank you so much, Miss Emily. Now, let me move ahead with the changes observed in educational system during COVID-19. And I would like to invite the Indian students to kindly present their presentation. Are you here, guys, and ready?
Yes, sir.
So I hand it over to you guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Kanishka Pandey.
Hey everyone, Ranjita Kaur here.
So today I feel very blessed and accomplished to be interacting with you people, which I never thought I would ever be able to do. So today we will share some changes observed due to COVID-19 in India. The one common change is what we all are aware of, that is the e-learning. We know the COVID-19 has resulted in schools shut all across the world. And do you believe, globally, over 1.2 billion children are out of the classroom. And we, the upcoming generation, is an asset for every country. Therefore, this pandemic resulting in online work modes has got its own pros and cons. Yes, it is a serious situation. On one hand, corona crisis is expanding rapidly, and on the other hand, children need education. And as you see, many institutions aren't even prepared to provide the digital education. Also, you get knowledge only on a theoretical basis. And when it comes to putting to use whatever you have learned, it may be a little different. I do miss my friends altogether. Changes for every student is kind of similar. We miss the days of laughing, fighting, hanging out with our schoolmates. Rather than always asking for pen from others, we have to use our own pen. We can no longer make paper planes and share tiffin in running class. Punishment in school meant standing in the corridor, but you always went for a walk, didn't you? But punishment in online classes means ending the video call and staying in the same house. Here's a video with some cherished and much missed memories. I hope you like the video. Moving on. Only in a small group a person can develop properly. And at schools, students learn how to make friends, be patient, get rid of disappointment, and especially to compete. And competition between colleagues can be very stimulating, and students will only benefit from it. But online learning cannot offer human physical interactions. Talking to each other while writing in a notebook in the running class is replaced by Snapchat and WhatsApp. Also, the online courses cannot cope with the thousands of willing students that try to join the great discussions provided by our inspiring teachers. So, in conclusion, online learning should be seen as a complement only. Not even the best online courses can fully replace the personal contact with our teachers. I love my Kendra Vidyalaya and I can't wait for the vaccine to arrive so that everyone could be joyful once again.
Yes, indeed, Kanishka. Our anxieties are to the peak, waiting for the schools to reopen.
But we can't just sit idly at home and let the pandemics affect our academics. So, let me highlight what initiatives government and private institutions of India have took. Each organization is working their own way in coordination with technology and knowledge to provide must education to children all across the country. The COVID-19 pandemic situation has posed unprecedented challenges requiring teachers to adapt in teaching online. The school lockdown confronted teachers, students, and parents with an entirely new situation. Continued teaching and learning was only possible through alternative means of schooling. Now, government schools are using platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, and other video conferencing apps for providing scheduled classes. On the other hand, teachers also maintain contact with students through social apps like WhatsApp. For private schools, different schools use different strategies to provide education. Some schools have their own apps where they assign work, give tests, and conduct classes. Some use methods same as the government schools. On the other hand, in Kendriya Vidyalaya, initially live classes were held on Facebook and YouTube by teachers, but it couldn't ensure whether all the students were attending the classes or not. Thus, after some time, we came up with excellent platform for schooling, which is Google Classroom. For Google Classroom, each student of Kendriya Vidyalaya was given their own G Suite ID, and which enabled the teachers to track record of each student and give attention to their respective performances. As you can see in the slide, each subject has got its own classroom. Here, teachers can attach assignments and track record of each student. A Google Meet link is present in each class by which we can attend classes at the assigned time. I find this quite user-friendly. And besides all the apps and technologies, it's our teachers who are making education possible during these harsh times. We are really grateful to them. For conclusion, we can only say that online education cannot be exactly like the offline one, but nevertheless, it also cannot be considered less if we put our efforts, and we can prove online education really useful and productive. Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much. Now, I would like to ask Miss Emily and the American students if they have any question to ask, any query.
I just want to say thank you so much for pointing out the differences between online and in-person learning. You did an awesome job of bringing out the pros and the cons of each of them. And I love the encouragement that you offered everybody, that even though online learning is not the best, that we basically get out of it what we put into it. If we work hard and make the best of this situation, we will get through it. So I loved that encouragement.
Absolutely. And we all believe that face-to-face education in the school is the best. There is no substitute to that. Online education can never replace that. It is only an option in the pandemic. That's it. So I would like to hand it over to you, Miss Emily.
Okay. So our next presentation is from Tila. So Tila, would you like me, I will present your presentation, and then all you will need to do is tell me, or just say next, or make a hand signal, and I will move to the next slide. Give me 1 second. So I'm glad to see that you have a working microphone this morning.
Actually, I have our computer.
Oh, no, okay.
Can you pause it for me?
Yes, it's going.
Okay.
take it away, my dear.
Hello everyone, and nice to meet you. Good evening for India. I want to introduce my topic. My topic is education system in US. Next. I want to tell you, introduce a little bit about myself. My name is Tila, or Tila, you can call me. I'm a 11th grade junior. I'm from Myanmar. I put Myanmar for here in the left side. And this is Myanmar map. And the right thing is like where I was born. It's called Kreste Kosule. And in the right side is correct flag. I put correct flag because I'm correct. Second ethnic group in Myanmar. This is our school. I tried to find the big picture, but I can't find more. Our school is called Aurora West College Preparatory Academy, or you can call it WCPA in a short way. About grade and a different culture, Miss Emily already talked about it. We have a grade 6 to grade 12, and we have a different student for different culture. More pandemic study, and now we still doing remote learning because the virus still high. But I heard some students already go back to school in personal, except for my brother, he go to school in personal. And this presentation like I thought this like doing November already, and then we have about like 11 million like kids. It was pretty high. That's why we cannot go back to school. And Colorado total kid is like 209 kids, which is very high, and we cannot go back to school. We started our last school in April, when third quarter ended, and we are about to go back to fourth quarter. And we heard that the virus here in Colorado, and that's why the school is closed down. At first, I thought I didn't like it, and I really do like it. But and now I feel like I like it because I already used to it. And in Colorado, we do go up yet. Many people are going out, and the virus come back. That's why right now it's still we still locked back, and we cannot go out yet. But we can do many indoor and outdoor activity. Like at home, you can bake it and play a board game or cookie, play with your child or friend, hang out or something. And outdoor activity, you can go hiking or biking, do many activity or outdoor activity too. The disadvantage and advantage and disadvantage of online learning during the coronavirus pandemic. Advantage is allow students to attend class for any location of their choice. Like me, except right now I'm not home. I'm at my friend's house, and I have his computer. And it can improve student attending. Like student can like some student working, so they can come back and redo the work to improve their attending. Some students will learn to use computer better, like little kids, they can use it better. An example like me, at first I didn't know much about computer stuff, but how to email my teacher stuff, but now I learned how to do it better than before. For disadvantage, like technology issue, like every student, almost every student have like Wi-Fi and connection issue. And managers screen time, like we had to look at the computer like almost like all day long, which is bad for our eye, and it's very bad. And during pandemic, my routine changed a lot. At school, like I will wake up at 5:50 to FC like that to get ready and dress up or prepare to go to school. But when I was home, I'm very lazy. I will go at 7:50 sometime when the school started. And I eat like I will eat at home or school breakfast at 7, but now I only eat lunch. I don't skip breakfast. And sleeping, I was sleeping early because I have to go to school early at 9:30, but now I sleep like 11:30 and at 12 like that. It's very late and it's very bad. And next, this one I found it in a website. Colorado directed closed our school to slow down the spread. I think not only Colorado, but in USA and in many more countries, we all closed the school because of coronavirus. Colorado, school order closed for March 23 to started when March 23 and April 17 to fight for coronavirus spread. Tuesday, all Colorado and chapter direct to make every effort to stay home and learning at home is because one thing necessary to slow down the spread of this disease. And thank you very much for listening. I know mine is not interesting like you can have it, but I hope you like it.
Thank you, Tila. Wonderful job. So I'd like to open it up to questions for any of the Indian students. If you want questions or clarification on anything, go ahead and ask.
I would like to say her presentation was beautiful.
Thank you.
You guys are all so kind.
I would like to say in assembly that Taylor really presented very well. And I observed the minute observations, the detailings. They were so simple and so direct. Direct, I mean to say, I could relate to them. I could understand that how the things are getting affected, how the things are actually happening over there. And I would really say it was wonderful, Tilo. You did a great job. Trust me. It was really good.
Thank you very much.
Right,
if any of the Indian students have any, sorry for interruption.
Go ahead. I was saying pretty much the same thing.
So if any Indian student have any question, then you can ask, or we will move ahead then. I don't think anyone have any question. So this is because you presented so well and so simple. It was really connecting. So Miss Emily, with your permission, shall we move ahead?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. So here, I would like to move ahead on the third and one of the interesting presentations, the foods, traditions, and festivals. Basically, the foods and festivals. So here are the foods and festivals. Over to you guys.
Yes.
Jen and Aditya. Here you go. Over to you.
Yeah. Let me just start. Excuse me.
Hello to one and all present here. I am Aditya Sai and he is my colleague. And he is my colleague Jen. We are from junior section of high school and we are going to tell about food festival in our country. Festivals are larger than life celebration of various things. They occur at regular interval and helping in breaking the monotony of life. Furthermore, they give you the chance to celebrate the little and big things in life. Festivals are the carrier of peace and joy in the community. All nations of the world, however, India is one of the largest countries to celebrate numerous of festivals. In a country like India, taste of people changes after every few months, like their culture, tradition, and language. India has vast and different food compared from the other cuisines in the world. The normal Indian meals contain few different tastes, spicy, sweet, salt, and bitter and sour, with a blend of herbs and spices. Diwali. It is the festival of light and signifies the victory of good over evil. It is the most famous and joyful celebrated festival. Diwali is famous for its mithai or sweets. During that day, each and every household will have combination of freshly made snacks ranging from jalebi to gulab jamun, shakarpali to kheer, gajar ka halwa to kaju barfi, and many more along with savory dishes are also served. Here are some pictures related to festival Diwali. Holi. Holi is the festival of color and marks the arrival of spring. Although traditional Holi dishes vary from region to region, there are some must-have which can be found even in the remote areas of country. Among the listed thandai, it is a sweet, creamy milk. The drink is a combination of different nuts and exotic spices like cardamom, rose petals, and fennel. Also, one can't miss gujias and pakoras and dahi vadas. It was in the month of Falgun on full moon day according to Hindu calendar. The festival is celebrated with great fanfare in India and also in many parts of the world. Here are some pictures related to festival Holi. Over to you, Jen.
Thank you so much, Aditya. Now, let us move forward to one more festival which is celebrated with great fanfare in India. It is Eid, Eid al-Fitr. Now, Eid is one of the biggest festivals of the Muslim community in India. It is celebrated to mark the month of the end of the month Ramadan. Muslims fast in the month of Ramadan, and at the end of the month, they break their fast when the Eid is celebrated with feasts to God. Thank the God for whatever one have. Muslims around the world make great preparations. They buy new clothes and Eid prayers are done in the open areas. After the prayer, people meet their relatives and friends and exchange sweets. Children are often given gifts called Eid by their loved ones. Fast is broken by special dishes like sevai biryani, egg halwa, sheer korma, etc. As you can see these dishes in the picture. Now let us move forward to see some Eid related pictures. Here are some Eid related pictures. Now, Christmas. Christmas is celebrated as the birth of Lord Jesus in India. It is said it is one of the most important festival of Christian community in India. On the occasion, great preparations and churches and the Christmas trees are decorated. Santa Claus and other seasonal figures are organized. Family reunion and exchange of gifts and sweets is common. One wouldn't miss cakes, puddings, donuts, pecan pie, and many more things on the dinner table. Here are some pictures related to Christmas. Here you can see some pictures related to Christmas, how it is celebrated. Now, let us move forward to one more festival named as the Shara. The Shara is one of the biggest festival and important festival of Hindus. also known as Vijayadashmi, as Lord Ram killed Demon Ravan on this day. According to Hindu calendar, it falls on the 10th day of Ashwin month. It spreads the message of good over sin in most part of the country. The dramas are organized in cities showing the story of Ramayana. On the day of the Shera, the effigies of Ravan, his son Meghna, and his brother Kumbhakarna are burnt. During this time of the year, many people observe fast as the weather changes from summer or monsoon to winter. The famous food in this time are sabudana kishri, sabudana kheer, sandesh, imarti, and many more. Now, here are some pictures related to the Shera, where the dramas are being organized and the effigies are being worked. Now, let's move forward to another biggest festival called as Raksha Bandhan. Raksha Bandhan is one of the biggest and famous festival of Hindus. It is also called the Rakhi festival. According to Hindu calendar, it falls on the 10th day on full moon day of the month of Sham. Raksha Bandhan means the bond of protection of love. On this day, sister ties a special band called Rakhi on his brother's wrist as a mark of her affection. This thread, this thread is called Rakhi, and in its return, a brother takes a lifetime pledge to save his sister from any kind of evil. One would enjoy food items like barfi, laddu, jalebi, ghevar, etc. on the dinner table, as you can see in the pictures. Now, there are some pictures related to Raksha Bandhan, where when a sister ties Rakhi on his brother's wrist. Now, let us move forward to another festival called Pongal. Pongal is one of the famous and popular harvest festival of southern India. This is a 4-day long harvest festival marking the Uttarayan, the movement of the sun towards the northern hemisphere of Earth. The preparation of the main dish Pongal starts early in the morning when people wear their traditional attires and decorate their houses with kolam, a floral design. The pongal is prepared with rice, pearls, jaggery, dry fruits, sugar, and milk, which are cooked in open in a clay pot. In northern part of the country, people celebrate Makar Sankranti. In the western part, Patangotsav, and in the eastern part, Eid on the same day, 14th or 15th January. Here are some pictures related to pongal. For the now here's a short video. For the conclusion, I would like to say food and festivals are just ways to enjoy the course of life and teaches us to forget our differences and teaches us to live with peace, unity, and harmony. In short, they fill our lives with color and enthusiasm. Thank you so much. Hope you like it.
So I would like to ask Miss Emily and her students if you have any query to ask.
I just want to say that now I would like to have some Indian food.
Yeah, but you should tell them to not make it too spicy.
Oh, yes.
Because
I actually have
yeah, because in Asian countries we eat a lot of spices.
I actually have a question for you guys. So I love Indian food, but I love Indian food that you get in America. And so I had Indian food the other day. I ordered chicken tikka masala, and I'm wondering if that is an actual Indian dish or if it was something that has been Americanized. Do you guys know the answer to that?
Jayant or Aditya, would you like to answer?
Yes, actually, the chicken tikka masala is a Mughlai dish which came to India after the Mughals came to India. They bring that taste from the eastern side of the Asia. Actually, it is an Indian dish, but it is a blend. In that dish, you can get the blend of various herbs and spices which are Indian and also from outside India.
Ah, okay. All right, so the
And
restaurant.
the last part, I would like to tell you that they have Americanized it in the sense of spices. Because when I went to the Taj of India, I guess that was the name in Harrisonburg. So I ordered some of the Indian dishes, and I got to taste less spices in them. Like I felt no spices. So that is the way they have Americanized it. Otherwise, they were absolutely Indian. Absolutely.
Okay. Yes, I love Taj of India. Is delicious.
So if any other student have any query?
I have a question.
Yes,
Firstly,
Tila.
I want to say the presentation is really good. I want to know, in India, do you guys have to pay for your meal, or do you guys get a free lunch, or you have to pay for?
So do you get free school lunches or do you pay for lunch in school? Is that what your question was, Tila?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get it. What was that?
Jayant, Miss Emily and Tilo wants to know if you guys get lunch in the school for free, or do you guys have to pay? How do you do your lunch?
Actually, I want to tell my American friends that in Indian schools we take our tiffin from our home. That our mother cooks that tiffin, and we take it to our school, and then we eat it in our lunch, in our recess, and we share it with our friends. Actually, mm, there are many different tastes. We share our lunch and we eat together. Many people, so there are different tastes and different food items that we get to our school. Actually, there's a canteen in a school where we have to pay for what we get to eat.
Yes, I was waiting for this sentence. So I would like to last emphasize on one fact, and that is that in American school, you guys get lunch in the school itself. In Indian school, especially in our federal school, we don't provide lunch or any kind of food to the students. Students bring their own food from their homes in the lunch boxes, and during interval they eat it, because during interval students are free to eat, and they eat it with their friends, as he told. But yes, we have one canteen, but that canteen is like you can go, you can eat, but you have to purchase it. It's like a shop, a tiny school shop kind of. There are some state schools where the students of elementary school get free lunch, but only in the state school, not in our federal school. Yes.
Oh, thank you. It's kind of very similar to Tally.
Thank you. So I guess there is no other question. So if there is any question, then we would answer. If there is not, then I would like to hand it over to Miss Emily.
All righty. Thank you guys so much. I love hearing the questions and the discussions. It's my favorite part.
Thank you.
All right,
I would like to
Jose.
hand it over.
Jose, are you ready, my friend?
Yes.
Okay, I will present your screen. Is that what you would like me to do still?
Yes, please. Food and festivals in the United States. Hi, my name is Jose Dominguez. I'm 15 years old and I go to Aurora West College Preparatory Academy. Hamburgers and fries. Hamburgers were invented in Germany in the 1880s by Fletcher Davis. You can find them in nearly every restaurant. Hamburgers are ground beef with bread on the top and the bottom. You can also add other ingredients like tomatoes, lettuce, cheese, and ketchup. Fries were invented in 1789. Fries are just sliced potatoes that are deep fried. Fries usually come with hamburgers as a side food. I personally enjoy hamburgers with cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and ketchup. I also enjoy my fries with ketchup. Christmas. Christmas is a holiday that we celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, that is believed to be the Son of God. My family and I celebrate it when the time comes. To celebrate, we give each other presents that we could only open at midnight. We also set up a tree and decorate it with ornaments, with the bright star at the top. We celebrate it on December 25th, which is coming up. On Christmas, it's also pretty common to bake cookies. Thanksgiving. Just like Christmas, this is a holiday to get together with family. On Thanksgiving, we celebrate the harvest feast shared by the English colonists, Pilgrims. In the year 1621, friends and family got together for a feast. Each person brings food, but the guests have to bring turkey and the mashed potatoes with gravy. It's also a holiday to celebrate what you have and what to be thankful for. My family enjoy listening to music in a very loud manner. They love Hispanic music. Hot wings. Hot wings were invented by Teresa Bellissimo in 1664. They were only supposed to be a snack for her children, but turned into something much bigger. Chicken wings are actually only breast meat. They are usually spicy. Chicken wings are personally my favorite food that I eat with topping called ranch. Thank you for listening and have a nice night.
Awesome job, Jose. Do any of the Indian students have any questions?
It was a great presentation.
Thank you.
I would like to tell that the presentation was really awesome. All the things were very sorted, and it was beautiful to see all the different varieties of dishes. And one by one, I was just going through all the golden memories of America because I have seen all of them one by one. and each one just all the pictures made me feel that taste. So I can't praise it more than that. That your presentation was very dear to me because I missed all those memories. And I have one small incident I would like to share, because then I have not shared it with anyone except from my very near and dear friends, not even with my family. um, I'm a vegetarian. Okay. So when I went to America, I was absolutely not knowing what kind of foods are there. So I just knew hamburger has beef, so I should not eat it. But I ate pepperoni pizza a lot. It was very tasty. It was very tasty, trust me. So I was so silly and so innocent that I thought pepperoni means red pepper because it looks red circles and all. So it was very tasty, trust me, the pepperoni pizza. And after 2 months of eating pepperoni pizza a lot, I got to know the ingredients, and then I was like, okay, fine, I will not eat it now. So got my point, what I'm trying to say, because it also contains the same ingredient. But trust me, it was very tasty.
Jose, it looks like Kanishka has a question in the chat for you. She said, so are all Americans non-vegetarians?
I believe most are not, but I've met people that are.
All right, and Jasmine wants to know, what are the other festivals celebrated in the US? Can you think of any, Jose?
I can think of I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to think about that.
Okay, let me think. So we, in the US, we don't have festivals as much as we have holidays. Another main one that I can think of is the 4th of July. That is our Independence Day. That is like a huge celebration every year with fireworks and cookouts, and basically everyone dressed in red, white, and blue, which is when I would wear the sweater, except that it's like 95 degrees in the US in July. So I can't wear my American flag sweater on the 4th of July. And then there's also Easter. We celebrate Easter, which is the day that Jesus Christ rose from the dead after his crucifixion. So it's a Christian holiday. So Jesus Christ was believed to be crucified on Good Friday, and then the Sunday after would be the day that he rose from the dead, which is a huge celebration as well. Manuel, what do you mean by Native Americans? What would you like to say about that?
I think they have a celebration too on September. I don't know too much about it.
Okay, yeah, I don't know much about Native American celebrations, but yeah, so there may be a large one in September, but it probably depends on their specific tribe and culture. So Kanishka says we have a good amount of vegan people as well as non-vegetarian peeps. It's becoming more popular. Yeah, it's becoming more popular. There was very few vegetarians and vegans when I was a little kid, but now it's definitely becoming more popular, especially with the rise of climate change and taking care of the environment and being more environmentally conscious. But then I would like to turn it back over to Mr. Kumar.
Okay, thank you. This was one of the interesting part. Now, I would like to move ahead to the fourth, last but not the least part, the famous monuments and arts in the country. So, guys, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I hand it over to you.
Hello everyone, this is Simran and today I am here with my companion Jasmine. Today we are gonna introduce you to our monuments and arts. So let's begin. Yeah, India is one of the most beautiful countries and best known for its culture, unique culture and diverse culture. So let's begin with the monuments. First, the Taj Mahal. It was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan and with the white marbles, and he built it for his beloved wife in memory of her. Then India Gate. It was built by. It is situated in New Delhi, and it is situated in. It is a war memorial designed by Sir Edwin Lutyens. Next, I would like you to introduce you to Qutub Minar. It is situated in New Delhi, and sorry, it is built by Maharaja Qutbuddin Aipak, and it is about 72.5 meters, and it is world's largest minaret. Now, last but not the least, it is Khawa Mahal, situated in Jaipur. It is also known as Palace of Breeze. It was commissioned by Maharaja Sarai Pratap, and as there are about 953 windows, so the wind keep blowing in and out. That's why it is also known as Place of Breeze. Now let's take a look at our art forms. Sorry. As India is a vibrant place, and each state has its own unique and ethnic divine dance form, music forms, fascinating textiles, etc. But let's take a look at our dance forms. First, Bharatnatyam, a native dance of Tamil Nadu. Then Bihu, a native dance to Assam. Manipur, it is from Manipuri, it is from Manipur and also known as Jagoi. Then Kathak, a religion dance of North India. Odissi, a native dance to Odisha. And Kathakali, a native dance, a classical dance form of Kerala. Then Bhangra, a traditional dance of Punjab. Now let's take a look at our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now let's take a look at our beautiful textiles. First, Pashmina. It is made in Jammu and Kashmir, and it is the most expensive textile. Then Chikankari from Uttar Pradesh. Then Zaidozi from Central India, Kachidari and Ari. Kantha from West Bengal and Orissa, Mirror Works from Gujarat, Bhagalpuri silk, Mysore silk, Chanderi silk and Muga silk, Kanchipuram silk and Banarasi silk, hope you guys. Now I would like Jasmine to conclude our presentation.
In conclusion, I would like to say Indian monuments not only exhibit the glory of India, but also throws a light on the periods they were built in. Indian art has its own unique design and manifests our amazing culture. Altogether, India has its own unique culture and shows off the skills of our people and the glory of our country. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you very much for giving your time.
Thank you so much. Now, I would like to ask Ms. Emily Hadfield and her students, if you have any query or question, you shall ask.
Tila said in the chat that she loves the clothes. They are beautiful.
Thank you. Each state in India have its own dance and style, so that's why you could see there were different type of dance forms with different dresses.
Well, did you know, Mr. Kumar, JMU actually has a Bhangra club?
No, I didn't know.
They do. I believe it's a mixture.
God, I missed something, I guess.
Yeah, I believe it's a mixture of Indian international students and American students. And they actually compete all around the country and have won awards and everything.
Wow, sounds interesting.
I have a question.
Yes, go on.
If I want to go buy one of the dresses, where do I go buy? And how much will it cost?
Tila would like to know where she can get one of those beautiful dresses.
Well, I'd suggest come to India. Always welcome here. You can get beautiful dresses here.
So Tila, maybe on your next visit to
Thanks,
Thailand,
Jasmine.
you'll have to stop in India.
Yeah.
Miss Emily, I guess we actually don't know where to find those dresses in Colorado, so that's why she could only say that.
I don't either. Although Denver is incredibly diverse, I am sure there is a place to find them. I also noticed it in the presentation. that it was almost only women's clothes that we saw. Are men's clothes not that intricate or beautiful?
No, they are, but mostly in dance, the females are the ones who are actually wearing the most colorful clothes. They use different kind of colors to put all into one. And usually men's don't wear so many colorful clothes in those dances, but there were some dance forms in which men were actually there, but they were all dressed up and there was a heavy makeup, so we could not see.
Also, I saw that Simarjeet asked to see, Simarjeet, did you mean you wanted to see the video of the JMU Bhangra Club? Is that what you wanted to see?
Yes.
I just found a video on YouTube. It's from a few years ago, but if you want, I can play a clip of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Wanna
Yeah,
see?
absolutely, you can.
All right, let me find it.
Oh, I have another question. Do you guys wear traditional clothing every day, or just school, or something like special, like on special day?
Okay, so you wear traditional clothes every day, special days, just at school?
Well, mostly we wear Western or Indian, but on festival times or during celebrations, we wear saris. The girls wear saris or lehengas, and the guys wear kurtas, kurta pajamas, or in the south they wear lungi. Like there's different types of dresses for festivals. Usually we wear comfortable clothes, like whatever suits you.
All right, so here's a short clip of the video. Okay, so that was just a clip. So are they any good? Like, I have no idea.
Yes, absolutely. So finally, we got to see some of the male dancers with their colorful clothes.
Yes, Nakshatra. We would love to see some of the male Indian traditional dresses.
So thank you all, and now I would like to hand it over to Ms. Emily Hadfield for the presentation.
Okay, Mr. Kumar, do you have any other student presentations left, or was that all of them?
No, these were all of them.
Okay, so I have 2 more students left, and so they can go back to back. So
yes, absolutely.
All right, so Emily, you are up, and then Mukendi after Emily's presentation, and we do questions then Mukendi, you will be our last but not least final presentation. So Emily, would you like me to present your presentation for you, or would you like to do it?
Can you present?
Yes.
For me, please.
Give me 1 second. right. Go ahead and turn your video on and start whenever you're ready.
I'm talking about Mexican culture in America. Hi, my name is Emily. I am Mexican and I like to play sports and I like to be outside with my dog, and I am 15 years old and I go to AWCPA, that is Aurora West College Preparatory School. My topic is about my culture in America and how I live in America and what kinds of foods are in my culture. As you can see right here, these pictures, when we grow up, when you turn 15, you have a quinceañera. So you can like basically choose any type of dresses like you want, and it's like a big traditional in our culture, because once you turn 15, that's the only chance you can get to like be shown off. And then that's like in ours, that's like saying that you're getting older and you're getting independent when you turn 15. So it's really important for us to like have it 15 for us. And one of them is about tacos too, a big part of us, because we have like a lot of different types of meat like barbacoa, chicken, carne asada. That's like really important to us too. And then from the sides we have chile. Mostly of them are more homemade, so we have them like when they're like big events, like for like quinceañeras or big parties that we have when our family come over, or sometimes when we have birthday parties too. We like to celebrate a lot of that. And for special holidays or when it gets cold, we like to eat tamales, soup. Like there could be, they're really good for us. Like sometimes when you're sick, the soups help you get over the sickness too. And then for the tamales, we have them for like Thanksgiving or sometimes Christmas. It's mostly for Christmas, because when it's Christmas, a lot of our family's members come over and we have a lot of fun making them with them. And it's really good afterwards. The music that we listen to are mostly like for like quinceañeras or sometimes for birthday parties or weddings that we have, like pictures we have right there. And Miss, if you want to play one of the videos, you can. Like hear the music.
Do you want me to play both of them, or would you like me to do one of them?
You play both of them.
Okay.
He's Vicente Fernandez. He's like very
We need to
of
get
our
going.
culture.
Where is he with the presents?
It's the same every year. He always leaves it to the last minute.
He's really famous. He's like, we've been listening to him like when we were little kids, like babies. And then this guy, Eliseos, he played at my 15, and he's famous. He plays with Ramon Ayala. I'll show you pictures afterwards for my 15 after the video.
And would you like me to play just a couple minutes of the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's 4 minutes, so I'll just do a minute or two of it. If that's okay.
Recuerdo que toda la gente quiere mucho, ¿verdad? Su amigo Eliseo Robles y los Bárbaros del Norte, el puño de tierra. 1, 2, 3.
Right, I hate to pause it there, but we don't want to take too long. But go ahead, Emily, keep on going.
I'm gonna show you guys the pictures that are from my 15 because there's like very big traditional for us. This is a main one. Like when you come into when you go into like a salon, like a book that where like all your family members get to sign the book, and then when you look back at it, it's like right there. And then for the guy who was playing, I took a picture with him. I don't think you see him, but he's the one in the white hat. And then for like, I chose a black dress because I thought it was cool. That's me, my horse. And very like traditional for us to have this because when you like grow up, you get to see all the memories you had, and for all the like your family members who loved you to go to your big day. And then for your quinceañera, you have like chamalans, like where your guy friends can come in, you're 15 and you can dance with them. And I had mine in there. And that's all for me.
All right, so our Indian students, do you guys have any comments or questions? Yes, wonderful job, Emily. I loved the videos.
I want to ask a question. What are the different languages you learn from your?
What are the different languages I learned from my culture or
from your school?
Oh, from school. Like, can you repeat it again, please?
I asked that what are the different languages you learn from your school? Like English, Spanish, French.
Oh, what I learned, well, my first language was Spanish, so I had to take some classes to learn English. And then from there, from school offers you to learn French or what else? The school allows you to like learn French and some other types of languages too. And I chose Spanish again so I could get more good at it. So when I get older, I could like help other people in need or something.
Yes, I think you can also, I believe Chinese is also offered at our school. There are some French classes. I'm trying to remember that things have changed this year. This is my first year at this school, and so things have changed. So the same languages aren't offered as before. But I believe Latin was offered at one point. But yeah, French, Spanish are the main ones, and then I believe our school also has Chinese. And then we do many classes for students who are learning English, which is what I teach, English language development. 402 of our students are multilingual learners, and so they take extra classes to help them improve their English.
Okay, and I really like that big hat.
The big hat, yeah. All right, if there's no other questions, I will let Mukendi bring up the rear of our cultural exchange. So Mukendi, I can present your presentation. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, Mukendi, whenever you are ready.
Hi everyone. So today I'm going to talk about changes observed during the COVID-19 in the education system in the country. Next. My name is Mukendi. I'm from Congo, which is the part of West Africa, speaks Swahili, Lingala, French, and English. I love playing soccer, dancing, taking pictures, singing, volleyball, and playing instrument at my church. My first passion is soccer because I started playing soccer since when I was 12 years old, and I'm still playing right now with my friend because it is my favorite sport. And my second thing to do in my life is I like taking picture photography. I started taking film class when I was 15 years old, and now I have a lot of experience. After I finished my film class, I started taking people picture and my friend just to learn more and improve my skills. Now I am a photographer here in Colorado, Denver, by taking different models, pictures, and charging them. Yeah, that's part of myself. This as pictures of myself when I go out to take picture of just taking picture around the city or downtown, seeing different views. I really enjoy taking picture of different people in Colorado. Next. Something that I know about this time, the COVID-19 have affected many students who goes to West. A lot of them are not used to online learning. Many students are failing the class since they are not comfortable with online learning because in person was much better. This is the most challenge the many students have never experienced before by learning home and talking to the teachers online. Teacher and staff did their best so that all students can be comfortable with remote learning and staying on track so they don't fail. Something that I learned about remote learning is that you have to talk to teachers every single day and do your work, or they can help you with your work. Next. Talk about the normal education system in Colorado. Many schools in Colorado changed their learning system because students are not doing great with online. School used to be from Monday to Friday, but everything have changed because of the COVID-19. Now school is 4 days per week. The COVID-19 changed everything from learning in person school to remote learning because half of students are struggling with the class during this time of COVID-19. As a student, we never believed that we could learn online, but since COVID-19 started, we we have to do remote learning. Colorado Tech good strategies to make sure all students are staying safe and during this difficult time and this bad how things are changing. Next, changes that have happened during the COVID-19 in Colorado. This picture shows us everyone must protect their children from getting COVID-19 when they go to school or outside. Change Change happened in Colorado that many students are not used to online learning because it's something new to them besides going in person. Next. This picture have meaning to students how it is important to stay 6 feet apart even when we are school in person during the COVID-19. Next. This is just the picture I get like how people are struggling with school online. Some of them give up, Next. I think that's all.
it.
Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Awesome job.
You're welcome.
Do any Indian students have any questions for Mukendi? I know it's getting really late there for you guys. Mukendi Nakshatra would like to see some photographs.
I would like to praise
Mukendi
for his
my
brilliant
phone.
presentation.
Oh, hold on, sorry. What did you say, Mukendi?
I say I have the pictures, but I have them in my phone.
They're in your phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you could turn your video on and you could show it really quickly just so they can see one? If you can, if it could be quick. So I'm sorry, Mr. Kumar, we didn't mean to interrupt you. It's so hard to figure out who's talking with the Google Meets.
Not at all, not at all, not at all. Because in India, mostly we do that.
Everyone talks at the same time. Okay, so Mukendi's pulling that up. But that is all of the presentations from my students. So Mr. Kumar, I'll turn it back over to you.
So here, we have reached the end of today's this virtual cultural meet. And it is one of the time where I would really like to thank all the participating students as well as the teachers. So here is my sincere thanks to Miss Emily and her students who participated with us in this international cultural virtual exchange, the USA and India. I would like to praise all the beautiful presentations which all of you presented today, and especially the manner and the way you all presented was fantastic. It was magnificent. I could not see better than that. I would also like to thank my Indian students because of their hard work, and they are still awake at this time, late. So I would like to thank them all for their support. Miss Emily, over to you for the thanks and conclusion.
Yes, I would just like to say thank you so much, Mr. Kumar, first for inviting us to participate in this. Thank you to all the Indian students for your incredible presentations. I could see your enthusiasm and you all spoke wonderfully. Like your presentations were amazing. Like I was super impressed by how your presentations went, how smooth they were. You had some really cool animations. I didn't know you have some like the pictures and the way they moved looked amazing. Everything was wonderful. And to my students, I am so proud of you. You guys worked so hard and that hard work paid off. I think you guys did an amazing job. And I am just incredibly pleased with how everybody did. All of the students, you guys were amazing. So thank you again for taking the time and for staying up so late. But thank you very, very much for everything.
Yes, Miss Emily, absolutely. We are proud of each and every student, and I could see the hard work put in by all the students, especially within a short notice, your students prepared such beautiful presentations and presented so beautifully. I would like to give a heartfelt thanks to all the students from your side, from Colorado, who have done tremendous hard work for this presentation. Guys, you rocked it. You were really great. So here, with these words, I would like to end and stop the recording. Thank you,
Tila
guys.
would like to say
Hope
something.